Guess who's back? Back again. Alright, I just want to check if you guys copy me in the chat room. And before I carry on talking. Yeah! Thank you, Gedobait and Donna and Miss Jenny Bliss. Alright, everyone can copy me. Cool. Yes, I'm back. And it's good to be back in the bush. Alright. Hello everyone. Yes, Sabia in FC. And Tara and Mark are getting ready. 2 minutes to go and I'll be cutting live to them. And yeah, thank you everyone for the wishes and the welcome back and everything that has been posted on my wall. I haven't had time to even read everything or reply or even click like. I had a very, very, very busy week in Johannesburg doing a lot of 3D editing for Wild Earth and finished at 4 o'clock this morning to tell you. So it's been a very long week, a lot of hard work, but I did manage to finish everything I had to do for them. And I did finish at 4 o'clock this morning. I had 2 hours sleep last night. And flew to Hoedspruit around lunchtime, and then I got picked up in Hoedspruit a couple of hours ago, and here we go, here I am. But yeah, 3:59 outside, so I'm going to be cutting live to Mark, or to Tara and Mark in 1 minute, so please stay tuned, and I hope you will enjoy the drive with us this afternoon. I'll talk to you a little bit later. Bye for now.
Hi everybody, sorry I'm feeling like a meerkat here. I was just checking, there was actually an impala ram who was stood over by the trees, but he's obviously disappeared. I was keeping a low profile, but apparently it didn't work, but never mind. Welcome on board this afternoon. My name's Tara, and you're going to be watching Juma Live Safari from here in the Sabi Sands in South Africa. And I was just busy checking off some of the animals that I got on drive this morning for the list. There wasn't too many this morning, but we got a couple. We even had a leopard tortoise, if we didn't have the cats themselves. They did evade us a little bit. But I'm hoping this afternoon we'll have some better luck. I do have my tiger socks on, so if I can show you up there, just to show that we do have them on. Can you see that?
Focus.
Sure, this is good exercise.
There we go.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's also true. But yeah, so we shall see. I'm hoping it's going to give us some luck. Keep your fingers crossed. 9 times out of 10 they work, so let's just see if this is one of the 9 times. We have Remarkable Mark on camera, and we have Sebastian Rombi back in the director's chair. Welcome back, Seb.
Welcome back, Seb. Hello, everybody.
But yes, hopefully you're going to have a good one. I was feeling a little bit bleak this morning, I must admit, but we're not going to go into that. We're going to enjoy the drive, and I'm hoping that we can find some cats or pachyderms for you this afternoon. So yes, I've tried to bring everything I possibly can. I've even got from Rosie, the tiger, the badge of honour. So let's see if it does bring us some luck. The rain did hold off this morning, which I'm very, very glad about. So let's just see how we go this afternoon. So the first port of call. I think we're going to have another look around the area where Shavinzi was left this morning. We'll have a scratch around there. Apparently Karula was seen down towards Chitwa Way this morning. So I'm just wondering if she has dropped off the cubs in that area. So I'll have a look, scratch around. Then we'll head up onto the fire break, see if Induna is visible. And then we'll have a scratch around elsewhere, and maybe even go through to the hyena den. Hyena. I did tell Seb what I told you all the other day, that I think little Teddy and Seb are one of a kind. One is been picking up on the behaviour of the other. Full of nonsense. But yes. Yes, very much so. Put in your own word, full of. Beep. Pick whatever you want. Although Frenchness probably doesn't work for Teddy. But yes. As I say, it is hard to imagine next week. And it did hit me this morning. And I was trying. I know some people saying, no more birds, no more birds. But unfortunately, when there's not too much in the way of animals around, birds are my second love after mammals. But I was trying for the animals this morning. I was trying. And sometimes that's the problem. Sometimes when you try too hard, you end up chasing tails. Ooh. You do end up chasing tails. And that is a tail that I want to chase at some stage. I really want to go and find a colony and sit by them. The clouds have pulled in, so it actually got very humid again, and then it eased off. It actually chilled out a little bit, and now I can feel the humidity building, but it's not as bad as this morning. This morning my skin was so sticky and the bits of rubber were coming off in my hands from the steering wheel. Which wasn't really feeling very nice. I was even going to go as far as wearing my Tigger top, but maybe I'll save that for another day. Maybe I should put that on my last drive. We'll see. I have been doing a little bit of research. Sebastian's asking about the heart on my Facebook profile. Well, apparently I'm not supposed to say. Apparently. Not quite. But I'm not too sure why I'm not supposed to say, because it's actually raising awareness. And if you're not supposed to say, then it can't really raise awareness. We'll see how many whys we get. And it might break the bond of sisterhood. Actually, if you ladies out there can say that I can tell the guys, then I can tell the guys. Everybody wants to know in the chat room. Maybe by the end of drive. Hello, babies. Oh, look at that. Oh. They are just so cute, but they are getting into the danger zone. This is actually the area where Shavinzi was left, the young female leopard. And she is getting to that age where I'm sure she'll start trying to hunt these baby impala. They're an easy meal for them. Or easier meal for them than a fully grown impala. So I'm just going to pull out into the open. I do wonder if that means that they have moved on. Maybe. So we'll have a scratch around, then we'll go on to Buffelshoek cut line. Make our way across. And then we'll come back here a little bit later. I'm sorry, lady. I blocked your path, did I? Oh, sure, that's tiny, that one there.
Yeah.
Sure, that can barely be a day old. I'm just going to try and pull forward. I was hoping they were going to cross here,
Get
but...
that baby
Oh,
there.
have you got baby?
Oh, just a quick glimpse.
Okay, I'll just pull past this bush. Hopefully they won't be startled. Such a beaut. But yeah, such a beautiful antelope. It's amazing the call that comes out of their mouth. It's like a She wasn't too impressed. One thing that they are good at is running, and that's one thing they have to get good at very quickly.
Comes mum with the baby.
She is. And there's just been an explosion. We're having babies all over the show now, and that is basically why they do this. They have the breeding season and they drop the babies. Sure, that is really tiny, even compared to these ones, which are probably just only a couple of days old themselves. Here comes another one. Oh, that's full of leg. See, look, jumping already.
Probably running too fast. It makes it probably blur trying to follow them. Don't know how it would come out.
But yes, they basically inundate the predators. The predators won't be able to take out all of the babies, and the babies do grow fast. So that's kind of the whole reasoning. So everybody drops the babies around the same time, and you get that slow trickle, one or two, a couple of days before everybody else, and then boom, and then you get sort of a tail off as well. And the tail off, they're going to be just as vulnerable. That was there. Okay, well, let's go and scratch around a little bit in here, but I think with those impala being here, they might have moved, but they might not. We've seen impala graze pretty close to where they were, so let's see. They do seem to like this area. Who knows? And Amber actually did send through some information. Thanks, Amber, if you're watching. Appreciate it. I did manage to respond, I think. Yes, I think I did. About the question that she sent through this morning. It was very interesting because she was asking about whether antelope are odorless when they're born, because she's heard about deer when they're born. I think it's the white-tailed deer. As I say, I've not heard of any animal being born odorless. And she sent me through the link where she read it, and the guy was quoted, and I'm always a little bit wary of things like that. I've been caught out a few times. Sometimes they're misquoted. But he is quoted in saying they're born odorless. And I was doing a little bit more research, and there was a book, a white-tailed deer book. It actually looks very interesting. If anybody's interested in reading and knowing everything there is to know about white-tailed deer, I think that is the book for you. And he seems to think that, sort of along the same lines as me, that nothing can be born odorless. There is some kind of odor, but they're as close to being odorless as it is physically possible. So much so that the mum, when she hides the baby, I'm going to try and get through there if I can. I think that's kind of roughly where she came in. But she or the fawn doesn't pee or toilet, should I say, until Mum is there, and then Mum clears it up. But very, very interesting. So I did actually do a little bit more research, quick research, and so far I've not been able to throw up anything that antelope do have the same sort of mechanism, even though some of them do hide their young for a few weeks, which would make sense for them to have a similar sort of thing. But there's nothing documented that I can find so far, whether it's hiding, but it's not one. As soon as you type in deer and odorless, it comes up. If you type in antelope and odorless, it doesn't come up. So I've never read anything on that about the antelope. Good afternoon, stations. Just in the area where Shavinzi was last seen this morning. Lutu so far. Sorry, I think I was talking over you. Good, thanks. How are you? Affirmative. I'm just in the area where Shavinzi last was seen. Just having a scratch around here again. Lutu so far.
Okay, so the thanks, in the cars of you, maybe you've been caused by or something higher than.
No, I was going to try and go there a little bit later. So I just wanted to have a scratch around here and then maybe try and swing that by and see if Induna's still around.
Okay, so the thanks, if you let me know, Tara, I'll let you come and have a look as well.
Copy, no matati. I'll let you know if we do end up there.
Sure, tomorrow.
Good afternoon. How are you?
How are you?
Good, thanks. That sounds interesting.
Come over here.
I confirm Induna. Copy that. Yeah, I'll be making my way there.
Copy, Copy forward. Turn them down. Yeah, turn them down.
Head back towards the road. Graham is evidently by Induna already and he's saying that he's up the tree, so I think it'll be worth our while to go and have a look, because at least we should be able to see him. Try and find a different way, but it is very thick in here. Lots of places for her to hide. So questions at juma.com. If you'd like to send through any questions this afternoon. I'm not going to write this area off just yet. but I think maybe Impala Plains might be a good place to look as well. But we'll check. We'll check. Sandy Patch Road North. As we go. Ow. Oh, sorry, Gunda. Seb, you sound like you're talking with your fingers over your nose. Yes, I definitely copy you. Just want to check down here. Just while we are here. Seb, you were breaking out quite a lot there. I heard it was Julie. Julie C. Hi, Julie. Julie. No, I'm not stable. Definitely not stable. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Nothing in the immediate area. Okay. So, Buffalo's Hook. Cut line, here we come. I think it was Phyllis said that she kept hearing that bird in Kruger and she didn't know what it was until we ID'd it the other day. But it is, it sticks in your head. Once you know it, sure, it's there. It gets lodged. The bush fax machine. Rattling Sister Cola. Okay. So Julie wants to know the difference in the dwarf antelope, what's smaller than a daker. The blue daker is the smallest daker, smallest kind of daker, and it's probably about half the size of the grey daker or common daker, which is what we get here. They are tiny. They have something like this sort of size. probably like baby Daker size actually, or Daker. It's one of those potato. The Steenbok is slender, but they roughly about the same size, but I would say the Steenbok is slightly smaller than the Daker in width, but height they're probably about the same. But the Steenbok is the smallest that we get here, I think. Sharps, Freisbok, or any of the Freisboks. We just patch area. Yeah, it'll be choppy just. Awesome. Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's funny, some days we drive that road and it's perfect, especially overcast days, and then some days it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So, yes, I just actually checked on the checklist just to see if the Freisbok are supposed to be found here. Because they are found in Kruger, and that's actually the first time we ever saw them, was when we were in Kruger with Craig and Kelly and Herman and Seb. First time I've ever seen them. Lots, a little bit smaller I think than the Steenbok, not much smaller though. And then yeah, as I say, the red Daker, the blue Daker, smaller. The blue Daker being the smallest. I think someone was saying in chat the other day that they love seeing these straight roads so you could actually see the undulating road up ahead. Yes, it's quite pretty. deceptively long actually. Looks so much shorter with all those bumps. Deceptively short, should I say, because it's actually longer. Cool, so we're heading towards where Induna is now. I'm hoping it's still going to be in the tree. I haven't heard if anyone's driven past the cubs. I think they are going to be in the bush, thick bush. And this wind is starting to pick up. Oh yes, let's have some questions. Oh. Fine, okay. Oh, hello warthog. Oh. Hi, Sumac. And Luke, welcome to you too, Luke. Apparently Luke's really enjoying the safari. Yeah. Sure. Just as big as the warthog that we saw earlier on this morning. We like to grow them big here. Gone. How rude. Bye, Pumba. Well, welcome on board. Very good to hear from you. Hyenas. Hyenas went that way. And sorry, that warthog has just made that question pop out my head. What was Luke and Sumac wanting to know? Sure, that was weird. Oh, that was it, the monitor lizard. Sorry. So funny if you get, just as your brain's computing, something distracts you, sure. Yeah, that is because I am blonde. Oh yes. Sure, I scare myself at how many blonde moments I have. But yes. We're wanting to know about the monitor lizard saliva. And is it venomous? Or is it toxic? As far as they've done research, no it's not. But then they did change their minds about the Komodo dragon saliva in that they always used to say it was just full of bacteria, and I think recent studies have suggested that it is actually, it does have some toxins in the saliva as well. And I have heard an odd one, a chameleon possibly has, but I haven't found any literature to back that up. But I think Craig said it was either that. Hello, beautiful boy. You seem nicely there.
Go back a bit.
Back a bit. I need to keep going back.
Slow. Stop a sec.
Sorry?
Alright. There's a branch on his face now.
Oh, okay. So do you need me to go forward or back?
Well, I was try backwards to start.
I think that's going to get worse. Let me try it. How about there? There.
And if you can roll back an inch. Now he's put his head down the side of the ground.
Really? Oh, sorry. So yeah, Sue, as far as I know, they don't contain venom, but there is research going on all the time, and things like that might just get turned on the head now that their relatives are known to have. It is possible that maybe they do, and they just haven't found it out yet. So that's a very ambiguous answer, isn't it? Oh, there goes a Daco across the road. Okay. Nice that he's actually putting in an appearance. Shame. I really do feel for them. Seeing all the when it's humid like this, especially when they've got full stomachs. But in case we do have any new viewers, this is Induna. He's a young male, and it's his birthday this month. And being 3 years of age, he really is just turning into such a stunning leopard. He's, I think, given us quite a lot of fantastic memories. And I think that the closest behavioural name I've ever heard for him is Fumble Paws, which is spot on. Especially when he was a cub, he would mess around with the kill and take it out of the tree or drop it, and hyenas would eat it. And unfortunately, I think it's taken him a little while to learn that. But he doesn't seem to enjoy eating in a tree, and I think that's part of it. I think he just finds it so uncomfortable to eat up there. He seems to like to bring the carcass down, feed on it, and then take it back up again. That's what seems to be his way of doing it.
What is this?
No idea. It's not your radio. Oh. Hi Ryan, good to hear from you. And I hope you're doing well this afternoon, and great to hear that you're on board. And I'm really glad that we could actually help you with these drives. And I think that's one thing that's, we sometimes do forget how many people actually do watch these drives, and and actually just seeing a snapshot into another world really helps just to bring some people through a lot of things. And I know a lot of people have been sending in emails and things like that, and And thank you very much to everybody who is. And it's great to hear from everybody, and you know, and it does bring it home. You know, sort of what we're doing here every day. And I mean, obviously we are extremely privileged to be able to do this, and the fact that, you know, this really is a job of a lifetime. But the fact that, you know, it is enjoyed by so many people, and it appeals to so many people, and it helps a lot of people across the world that we wouldn't even dream it would. So I definitely got to say a big thank you to you guys, and to actually sharing that with us as well, and letting us into your lives just as much as you're being let into Induna's and his mother's, and even our lives. I mean, there's definitely some fantastic friendships that have come out of this, and that's one thing that doesn't need to end. And I hope everybody does stay in touch. But as I say, great to hear from you, Ryan. And I think, Ryan, you're wanting to know the gestation period of a warthog. And if I remember rightly, I think it's about 2.5 months. Let me just see if I can check on that for you. And they tend to keep their young in a warthog burrow or an aardvark, an old abandoned aardvark burrow, which they tend to make slightly larger for about 2 weeks. But I reckon that little baby warthog we saw the other day, I think that must be about a week old. That was tiny. I've never seen one so small. I think the smallest I've seen possibly about 3 or 4 weeks old. Much larger than that. They do grow quite rapidly. It's about 3.5, 4 months. About 3.5, 4 months. It's underestimated that one. But seeing one warthog is unusual. They usually have more than that. Sometimes up to 6, even 7, something like that sometimes. Sorry, Seb. Hi, Lev, over there in Brooklyn. Good afternoon from South Africa. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. I was thinking I haven't heard Lev's name before. First time here. I hope you're well and enjoying Induna. Finally found a leopard. We had a leopard tortoise this morning.
We'll try another position.
Okay. Let's see if we can try and change positions. Huh? Yeah, no, I'm just going to try and turn around, facing down the hill. But Lev wanting to know if we saw a leopard start to attack a baby impala, what we would do. Oh, I can see a hyena. Let me just see if I can pull forward so you can see the hyena before I turn around. You can see it through the bush. Where's it gone? It's going. I think that's possibly one of the hyenas I saw the tracks of. Unfortunately, Lev, this is nature. and in nature you get herbivores that attack the grass, and you get predators who attack the herbivores and other carnivores actually. Unfortunately, the carnivore does have to eat, and baby impala, as much as we don't like it, is high on the predator's menu, as they are an easy one to hunt. And as I say, that's why you get so many young. It's because there aren't going to be all of them that survive. There's going to be a few that can maybe outwit or outrun a predator, and there may be a few that are lucky enough to escape the jaws even if the jaws close around them. So if a predator has its sights on them, it doesn't always say that they're actually going to win. You see them through there? Sorry? There? I think there was a slightly better one a bit further down. Let's just roll down. There.
Yeah. A little more. Lose his paws, but we get his head.
There we go. Oh, I can see the hyena right underneath him actually. That's what he's looking at. I just put his head down. But yes, as I say, unfortunately, I know it's not nice to hear, but it is what nature is about. Animals have to survive, and they go for the easy options, so they don't waste too much energy. And as the babies start to grow, then they're going to become less easy for them to attack. Babies are going to become more experienced, faster, and they'll shift their sights onto something else. Whether it be male impala, for example, through the rutting period, or a couple of months before the birth of the impala, the female impala actually become more of a target because they're heavily laden with extra weight. So they're going to be a little bit difficult, or they're going to be a little bit slower than normal, so more difficult for them to escape the predators. And as I say, impala being the size they are, unfortunately, they are hunted by many different animals, from jackal, especially the baby impala, eagles, snakes, leopards, lions. So as I say, unfortunately, if ever you want to come back as an animal, I think rather don't choose an impala. Everybody's on your tail. And another question from Lev, just asking how we know all the individual animals, and do we have any markings on them that can tell us who they are? How do we recognise them so quickly? And Induna here, can you see his head or not really?
Yeah, I've got a nice view, but I'm on full
probably
extension.
a little bit far away. But Lev, if you go on to, well, there's a couple of websites that you can go on to. I've got some pictures on my public Facebook page, and if you look under leopards, I've got pictures of Induna, there's Mishu there, there's Kurula there, and you can actually see the markings. So you can go there, or on the blog, which is www.juma.com, and I've written blogs on there, and also the wildearth.tv under news, there's the blogs there. And I've actually written blogs on how to identify each of the leopards that we see. Induna's is the latest one, and that's on the Juma blog page, and Karula's is on there, and the rest of the family are on the Wild Earth. I didn't get around to putting them all on Juma. There's also a blog, if you go back through the previous blogs, there's actually a blog with Karula's family tree to tell you how they all fit in together. And there's individual pictures of each animal. And we basically, for the leopard, you can choose any part of the leopard, but we usually look at the face because that's the part of the animal you tend to look at the most. And you just look at a pattern that you recognise and you can remember for that particular animal. For me, the most prominent features on Induna, there's one on each side, so that if he's looking one way or the other, it helps you. But the triangle under his left eye is quite prominent. Some people say it looks like bat wings. There's also on his right eye a half circle, semicircle of spots, very distinctive, and he actually shares that characteristic with his father, Yambili Ordan. He also has a ring of spots. But in between his eyes, he also has a face. His spots make a face. Some people say it looks like an owl's face, some people say it looks like a skull. But quite a distinctive marking there. So with the leopards, we can tell the difference between them fairly quickly if we're looking at them. And so if they're looking away from us, it can be a little bit more difficult. And because this is a territory held by them, there's a limited number of leopards that you're going to see, but you may get nomadics coming through who we don't know, those that we don't see on a very regular basis. The males we might struggle with, but on the whole we can recognise each individual leopard, and if we can't, somebody else definitely can if they know them from their area. Lions, it's a little bit more difficult. Lions, we look for tears in the ears, the spot pattern above the whisker line, scars on the face or anything like that, and also the number of lions that you see, because they tend to be in a pride, whereas leopards tend to be on their own. But sometimes the pride do break up, so you may get 2 or 3 from a pride of 6 or 7 sometimes, so it can help, but not always. The age of the lion will also help as well. So if you see them on a regular basis, it helps, because you can even look at the face and see there's a difference in the face. Some have long faces, some have round faces. The Unkahuma females definitely look how would you say it? They look prettier, I suppose, than the Styx females. The Styx females look like they've been through the mill a little bit, but the Unkahuma females sort of look prim and proper. But not all animals have names. Some of the elephants that have distinguishing features like tusks, whether they're broken off or big, small, tears in their ears. Some elephants you can distinguish, and some do have names. As I say, things like hippos, it's very difficult to tell, although we do have 1 or 2 individuals who, again, notches in their ears, or canines missing, or I don't know, spots on the body or whatever. Can you still see his face?
No, he's turned his head now.
Has he turned his head?
Oh, I've got a cicada. Oh. Got a cicada.
Ah.
But I couldn't zoom in.
Jean in Iowa, welcome on board to you. I'm going to try and just move back a little bit, because I'm thinking where he is He's getting quite irritated with the hyena though. Sorry? You see him now? Yeah. Yeah, no, the hyena's got their heads down.
If you move any more back, then I'll lose it.
You lose it?
Yeah. I'll beat him.
There?
Yeah. Folks.
Something, he's got a funny sound coming from that vehicle.
Yeah, he's got his head behind it from breathing. Yeah.
So you're going to have to go with Jean's question again. Oh, MG. MG or NG? NG. Oh, okay, I misheard you. I thought it was Jeannie. Okay. Oh, that was it. That was it about the raptors. So NG wanting to know about why raptors don't eat the kills in the trees, but they seem to eat them from the ground. And I think a lot of it is to do with the owner being close by, and they're not going to be able to get away quickly if the owner returns. Whereas out in the open, they're able to take off pretty quickly, and they can see around them and see what's going on. So even if there is a lion around or a leopard around, if there's a kill on the ground, then they can feed in relative safety and they can get off the ground. Especially for vultures, it takes them probably a little bit longer than some of the smaller scavengers like battaliers and tawny eagles to get off the ground. So they're even more wary. They will make sure that there is further out in the open. I have seen occasionally vultures sort of run around the ground and trying to eat from a kill underneath a bush, but they prefer not to. They prefer it out in the open. I think he keeps playing hide and seek with us, and we're not able to actually go over the other side. So I think what we're going to do is maybe continue on a drive and maybe come back a little bit later. Maybe see if he tries to brave the hyenas or not. I say it's always a difficult one, because it could be that he tries to come down the tree at some stage in the next 10 minutes. Could be in the next hour. It is anybody's guess. But I think also we're not having a great view of him. It would be nice to have a look around, see if there's anything else. There. Hi Jessica in Nashville. Good afternoon to you. Wanting to know, do leopards eat snakes? And the black mamba we saw the other day looks like it could have made a nice meal for something. And leopards might eat snakes, just depends on the circumstances, but if they're not careful, especially a young leopard, could actually become the meal for the snake instead.
Low to the wind, line up.
We've actually seen Induna and his brother Mishu playing with a snake's skin. They were quite interested by it. And if there was a dead snake, I'm sure they would eat it. They're highly opportunistic. Black mamba, they'd probably steer clear of. The black mamba would be able to defend itself, and it would have no problem in telling them that. Black mambas can raise the body off the ground, good 2/3 of the body off the ground, and they have an incredible venom that if they bite you, it's going to paralyze you. Honey badgers have been known to come through a cobra bite. A mamba bite I'm not sure about. They probably could, if they're capable of coming through a cobra bite. They are related. But as I say, especially for a leopard, I wouldn't have thought a leopard would really try and tackle a black mamba. Texan, come in. I'm gonna leave, so if you want to stay, you can stay and I'll just pull out.
I didn't copy well.
So I was just trying to get hold of Texan, saying that we'll leave the lock so Texan doesn't have to pull out if he doesn't want to.
Okay, I will let you check that. I think Tara was looking for you.
Yeah, Tex, I'm gonna pull out so you don't have to. I'm gonna pull out so you don't have to.
I'm fine, I'm ready to pull off, don't worry.
Okay, copy, no matata. Oh, Stacy! Hi, Stacy. Good to hear from you. Stacy in Australia. I hope you're well, Stacy. I'm wanting to know about the size of prey leopards can feed on. What is the largest thing that leopards can feed on? Depends on the leopard, really. And I've seen footage of leopards taking out adult wildebeest, but it depends on the circumstances. Kudu, adult kudu, female. I haven't heard of male being taken out, but female I've seen. But those, you're really looking at the big males, the 80, 90 kilo boys. I think for Karula, I think she would struggle with a wildebeest. Wildebeest calf, maybe. But the largest thing she seems to go for is an impala ram. And they probably about 40 kilos. Maybe the rams themselves, I think possibly about 50, 60 kilos. They seem to think that Karula's probably about 40, maybe 45 kilos in weight, so it is slightly larger than herself. Maybe someone can just check that. I think 50 kilos for a male impala, maybe 60's pushing it, I think. Forget the weights. Thanks, Graham, for the lock. I'm probably going to come back a little bit later if I can. There's one of the dwarf antelopes. Sure, not smelling elephant. What a big male. Actually, I'll just have a quick look. Remind myself. Wonder if this Dacre actually is seen around the lodge a lot. Seems to be quite relaxed. Extremely relaxed actually for a Dacre. What have we got? Yeah, 50 kilos for a ram, 40 for a ewe on average. Actually, while I'm here, Dacre. Common Dacre, that was it, about 20 kilos for a Dacre. So much smaller, but quite stocky actually. Actually, I was talking about blue Dacres. Here's a blue Dacre. 4 kilos. The smallest antelope here in South Africa. Usually found in more forest areas. They're saying shoulder height is 30 centimeters, so yeah, something like that. I'm say tiny. Dung beetle rolling the ball. That's going to be quite interesting to see if you can get it up the hill. And it's funny, they'll persevere. Yeah. European beaters flying overhead. Ooh, nearly. I've seen them try and push dung balls up termite mounds. I don't know why they have this. Yeah. I think he's gonna make it. I think he's gonna make it. I really don't know what possesses them to really push it up the tallest of banks, but they do it. That was quite a small dung ball. Try and avoid the dung pile. Actually, I want to go and see if there's actually a dung beetle I can show you nicely. wasn't too busy. So, he wasn't that busy, this little one. Copper-coloured dung beetle. You can see the little antenna just on the end there. Oops. And those aren't his eyes. Actually, it looks like he's lost one. The eyes are just underneath. Just down here. They're quite far back. So he's going to be able to look at my hand, but he's not really going to be able to see anything over here. So he's actually looking at my hand at the moment. So he's grooming his feet, feeling his mouth.
You have to hold still.
Hmm?
Please try not still.
I'm
Don't
trying.
zoom.
He's got an itch. Mm. So you're not done. They're probably one of the best insects. They actually don't bite. They feel a little bit funny if you've got a large one in your hand, but otherwise, oh, they're just brilliant insects. I think definitely one of my favourites. These and praying mantis. They're fantastic.
Coming to kill time.
Yeah.
Has your watch got a date on it?
Yeah, it does.
Can prove we live.
What you doing, dung beetle? Where are you going? New accessory.
The joke Chinese do it
True, I can copy you.
in South America.
I know. How close are you getting? You're getting pretty close.
Well, I was. Look at your face there. but
Sorry.
I could stay
Scary.
there if you-
Scary. No.
I mean, it's almost half the screen.
So can you see the little antenna?
When it, yeah,
Yeah.
when it faces this way.
And
Yeah,
the
when
little
you-
ridges on its front legs.
When your other hand's up behind it, it gives better contrast.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's just a darker background.
So can you see the little ridges on the front legs?
Yeah, when it turns this way.
Yeah. Take new. Camera shy. They've got like little hooks on the feet. Gives them that control over the ball when they do roll dung balls away. But it's the front feet that are quite heavy compared to the back feet, and it's the front feet where they push off, because they actually control it with the back feet and push with the front feet. So they can't actually see where they're going, and every so often you'll see them climb on top of the dung ball. So lift the head back, have a look around, and then carry on going wherever it is they're going to go. There we go. Hopefully, you should be able to see those tiny little grooves there. But they help them to forming the ball in the first place. They're going to be using those to scrape the dung. As I say, then they can actually give them a lot of stability when they are rolling the ball away. There we go, on the watch itself. Also, I'm going to go and put him back. As I say, he wasn't doing too much, that's why I thought I'd bring him to you. Coppered coloured dung beetle. The plum coloured, which are nocturnal, tend to go for carrion as well. And at night sometimes you can smell them. Sure. Very strong smell. Even I can smell that. I know I've been asked, do they eat carnivore dung, and I haven't found anything to say, or I haven't found any species that do. The closest I've got is omnivore dung, which I did know about. But they're carrion though, the carrion beetles.
Yeah.
But they're still Scarabidae, hey?
Well, I think
I
they
can't
might
think.
be Nebrian.
But it is more the carrion beetles rather than the dung beetles. There's got to be something, yeah. I suppose it would be the carrion beetles, but I know the dung beetles seem to be more herbivore orientated. And especially the herbivores who lose a lot of nutrients, like the elephants and the rhino, the zebra, buffalo also. Buffalo are ruminants though, but they do still lose probably a lot more. And it's also wetter. They can't really eat dry stuff. They prefer the fresh stuff. I forget what year it was. There was a year and they sent 30,000 dung beetles over to Australia to help clear up the cow dung that's accumulating over there. But unfortunately, the authorities did too good a job at cleaning them because they have mites on their bodies. And when they went out to monitor what was going on with the dung beetles, unfortunately, they'd all pretty much died. So they had to do further studies, and they actually found these little mites that live on the dung beetles are actually so important to their survival. It is life and death if they have them or not. And because they cleaned all these mites off, that was what was killing them. And what these little mites do is clean the mouth parts so that the dung doesn't dry around the mouth, because if it does, it'll keep the mouth shut. The mouth's not that strong. So it'll keep the dung beetle nice and clean. So, just to end that story, they did actually take about 30,000 more dung beetles over there with their mites, and apparently it worked. There you go. So Marion, good afternoon to you over there in the Netherlands. Hope you're well. I'm wanting to know about the lion and leopard behaviour. Is it true that it looks more like the lion is less predictable than the leopard? Is that the right way round? The lion is less predictable than the leopard when approaching them. Yeah, so less predictable. Yeah. Yeah. Is less unpredictable. Okay. So lions are less unpredictable, so more predictable. Or is it one of those funny ways of saying it? Than the leopard when being approached by the vehicles. It just depends on the individual animal. Also depends on how the circumstances. Ooh, nice. And there was a spoonbill that took off as well. Ooh, nice. I don't know if I've got that one. But he looks odd. I just want to check something. No, it is. It must just be in that phase. Well, actually... I think I do have it though. Grey heron. But I actually thought it might have been... Why are you guys calling a black-headed heron? I was hoping it was going to be a black-headed heron. Especially with that little bit of yellow in between the eye and the bill.
Where are you now? Just on that ladder coming from the cruise camp. Confirm has come towards line 10 clearing or come from line 10 east south.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Block, either come for line 10 go east. But yeah, they're mobile away.
It just looks so much darker than the grey heron juvenile. That's the only thing.
Go to the power line. From the car line.
But I suppose with the black on the head, yeah, the juvenile black-headed would have black all the way down the neck. By the looks of it.
Bird coming in.
Where you were able to see me.
But yeah, as I say, Marion, it really does depend on the individual and the circumstance. Sometimes the lions are actually not as bothered by the vehicles.
Goes down towards that Manchester. Alright, you can keep coming as well, but you have to drive in a team then, like I do. I actually got in from them. Okay, copy that, thank you.
Andrew, come in.
Hello.
Sorry, were you looking for me?
Negative, I was looking for Texan.
Okay.
In that dead lead wood with a bird with a white belly you might want for your checklist, because this is probably the last afternoon for your checklist.
Oh yes, oh nice. Cool, yeah. The bird sitting in the tree, what is it? A Okay, I see some waterbuck on the other side. Be nice to go and have a look at them.
Hard to really see that bird's a bit far, but maybe.
Oh, maybe someone might be able to ID it. But I wouldn't say the lions or leopards are as predictable as maybe sometimes what they appear. Sometimes we try and predict them and they just do something completely unpredictable. But there are certain traits that once you've learnt those traits, they might actually be able to help you predict. But at the end of the day, they are a living, thinking being. So I think possibly just the impression that you've got from maybe the last encounter of the lions, I don't know, but I mean on my old reserve the lions there seemed a little bit more predictable. Sorry Seb, they seemed a little bit more predictable in what they were doing, but it could be because I knew them probably just as well as what I know Induna now or Karula. Could well be. So yes, so I'm being shouted at now. So I'm going to wrap that one up. So hopefully that helps. Whoa man. Okay, so what was the next question? So we have a look at some very cute little waterbuck cards. There was a recent question, dung beetles. Someone was asking about dung beetles. Luan, Wiley. Hi Wiley. Wanting to know how long dung beetles live. I'm actually not sure. How long do they live, Mark?
The season when they're adults.
Oh, is it just a season? I thought they were longer lived than that. Thanks for the question, Luan. I learnt something. Waterbuck babies. Very cute. Impala's just popped over the ridge just to have a look at what the geese are shouting about. Oh, there's 3 geese flying over, that's what they're not happy about. Ooh. Nope, not for the grey heron, but for the other birds sitting in the tree. I just want to turn around. Nope, not a hardy-dar. There we go. I just want to reverse because I just want to keep an eye on what's going on down there. Okay. I don't think the bird's still there.
It is.
Where is it? Ah! Somebody got it. Who was that? Liz! Thanks, Liz. You got it.
Well done, Liz.
Knob-billed or comb duck. I think it's comb duck, isn't it? Not comb. Yeah. Knob-billed and comb. And Raisa. Awesome. Thank you so much, ladies. Hopefully a slightly better view of it there for you. But I was actually just reversing just to see what was going on with these geese. But the 3 geese have flown off. Waterbuck didn't even bother lifting their heads, so they knew. But there was the impala that had a look. Waterbuck enjoying some fresh grass. Okay, let's head down towards Twin Dams. I wonder where that Ellie went. There wasn't any tracks with that dung. It smelled very, very strong. I didn't hear any. That's one of the reasons why I also wanted to stop there. I didn't hear any branches breaking. Oh, here comes the geese again, coming in for a flyby. Will you stop winding them up? Stop it. I'm sure that goose is just really causing havoc. Poor Egyptian geese. Highly territorial, and they do not like any other Egyptian goose around their dam. Hi Becky, good afternoon to you. Wanting to know if I've ever seen a leopard falling out of a tree? No, I have seen a leopard stumble. Oh no, I have. How did I forget that? Karula fell out the tree. She actually was carrying a half-eaten impala, climbing the tree, and she actually missed the footing and she tumbled down to the ground, and I'd actually thought she'd killed herself. Live on camera, my heart stopped, and it was actually when I was fairly new as well, and I thought, oh my soul, I've got to tell the viewers, Karula's just killed herself. I was not happy. That was not a happy time. I went very, very quiet. Okay, well, elephant did go that way. Do a bit of a lap around. It does happen occasionally, but she picked herself up and continued up the tree. I was so impressed with her. Dr. Rita, good to hear from you, and definitely nice to see genetic variation among the warthog. Very, very nice. So that warthog, they usually do have darker manes, but we did see a warthog with fairly light mane. Very interesting to see. And the tree that Induna was in, do you know what? I actually didn't register what it was. Did you notice what tree it was in? Was it a leadwood? Yeah, what was it? A cumbritum. Oh, it was a marula. Oh, it was a coconut tree. Oh, okay. Sure. It's funny actually, because I registered it, but I didn't register it. Apparently it was a marula tree. Bad guide. Oh, I know, I was saying cumbritum. Nope. It's the steering wheel. Seb thinks he's hearing a... Yeah, I think so. Sorry, Seb, but we've already seen the first one. Shame, Seb's getting excited. We've been hearing him for the last 4 or 5 days now, Seb. You missed it. You had the first Impala. Shame. But it's good to hear them. It is good to hear them. Chip chirr, chip chirr. So we're taking Twin Dams Road. We'll take it all the way down to Twin Dams, see if there's anything around there. Liz just confirming what I was saying earlier. Apparently Karula has been known to kill python, and Mishu and Induna did join in and quite enjoyed playing with it apparently. Thanks, Liz. And so I think pythons would be more the norm for a leopard rather than a venomous snake, but you never know. They worked out how to do it. You never know. Oh dear, slalom. Good to hear from you. Guten Tag. Hope you're well. And just asking about the jackal. Don't remember seeing any jackal on drive. Do we have them in the area? And if not, why not? We do have. Unfortunately, Seb scares all the jackal away. No, I'm only joking. But yeah, unfortunately, we don't see them as often as I'd like to. I really do miss seeing jackal. We have seen them occasionally when there's been a big kill here. There was a buffalo kill on Weaver's Nest, and we did see them then. We have seen side stripes a couple of times, and I've seen the tracks, but I haven't seen tracks recently either. Sorry. So sorry. Not happy with me. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't really know why they don't come around here. I mean, it just could just be that we don't get enough line activity here. Maybe they have... They'll be found where there's a lot more line activity. Although, even though they are scavengers, they are predators that are in their own right. They'll eat insects and small rodents and piglets. Seb's making a good point there actually. It could be something to do with disease, possibly rabies, possibly. Oh, okay. Apparently Graham was saying there's a lot of them here. Maybe that has something to do with it. Could well be. Unfortunately, Seb's cheering in my ear because he's actually told me something. You've told me a few things, Seb. But yeah, yeah, no, it could well be that then. Because I say, I mean, this is habitat. This is normal habitat you'd find them in. So yeah, that could have had a huge impact on the numbers, and the numbers are just not here. Bing! light bulb gone on? See if there's anything down at Twin Dams this afternoon. And then maybe we'll go Cheetah Line. Or maybe we'll go along to Treehouse Dam. I haven't decided yet. I'm just wondering where that elephant's going to pop out. Because I would like to go back to see Induna at some stage. Maybe see if the elephant's popped out of that block. So we've actually driven around that block. It didn't look like it, but we actually have. No, she doesn't. If we have what? A bird. Ah. Sorry, Graham, can you repeat?
Sorry, back here.
I just heard something lying at Tamborti Dam.
Your friends from up the tree.
Oh, okay. Copy. Thank you. Sounds like Induna did move. Hello, Spurfowl. What you doing? You seen any eddies? No. What are you eating? Keep hearing something.
Lozenge.
Oh, sweeties.
Lozenge.
Sweeties.
My throat.
Something's telling me go this way, so I'm going this way. I don't know why. So let's see if something pops out. So, who was asking, sorry, about the birds in Canada? Annie? Annie or Henny? Henny. How's it, Henny? Good afternoon to you. Wanting to know about birds and migration. Birds and migration. Do birds migrate from Canada to South Africa? Interesting one. I don't know of any. There's possibly shore birds, water birds. I'm not hot on those birds. Don't know the shore birds too well. So most of the migrants that we get are either intra-Africa or European. Maybe someone can help me out with that one. Does anybody know? RC, yeah, RC might know. Or Raisa.
Laura.
Yep. Laura, Penny. Or anybody else who is a budding birder. Or natural birder. Or a twitcher. Well, why am I coming this way? I never come this way. Maybe that's why I'm thinking I should go this way. I've driven past the signs. It's a long way. I always forget how long this corner comes. It's quite a long stretch, and if you go down Leadwood Road, it always seems that much shorter. There they are. There's my signs. Looky, looky, looky! Two tortoises together! Look at that. Look at that huge size difference. Are you reaching for the stars there, mister? And I just saw the little one bump the larger one with his shell. Which can only mean one thing, because she is so much bigger than he is. If it was similar sized, I'd say possibly two males, but he's trying to court her. And she's not interested. So they knock against each other, knock each other's shells. Well, the male knocks the female, should I say, to ask her to stand still. And if she's not willing, she won't. And little male's plastron, the undershell, is slightly concave, so that he can sort of fit around her, the back of her shell, so he's able to mate with her. So just like a male ram chases a female, that's exactly what's happening, just slow-mo. Oh, good afternoon. And I'm really hoping I'm going to say your name right. To Yepsion. Yepsion. Good afternoon, Yepsion, from Japan. Been a long time since we've heard from a viewer in Japan. Konnichiwa. I'm hoping that's right. And I hope you are well. A new viewer, and I think over in the Ustream chat room from Sarsaparilla. Hope you're well, Sass. Hope you're well. You had a good day. I was just about to say I hope you had a good day at work, but then I remembered it's actually Saturday today, isn't it? Shall we leave the... It looks like they want to have a bit of privacy. I don't think he's going to get anywhere though. I doubt she is going to want to mate with him. But she might. She might. Maybe that's what it was. That's why we came down this way. And really, where has the time gone? I cannot believe it. Seb's trying to work it out now. An hour and a quarter, Seb. Wow. Sure, Seb. You've only been away for a week. Seb's trying to finish the drive at 6:30. Shame on you, Seb. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm going to say your name correctly. Just say it again for me, Seb. Oh, Macy. Macy. Oh, sorry, I was hearing something else. Hi, Macy. Good afternoon to you. Wanting to know what the elephant's predators are. Elephant predators... Unfortunately, they do have a predator who's probably one of the top predators in Africa, in that they actually work together to pull down prey. And that is the lion. And if there are enough lions, they are able to pull down an elephant. Although it's not the norm. Depends on the area. Baby elephants may be attacked by other predators. Baby elephants could be taken out by hyenas. A baby elephant taken out by a leopard. I never say never, but it wouldn't be the norm. They would be very well protected, and that's one of the reasons why elephants do actually live in a herd in the first place, is to protect those calves. But yeah, lion's the main predator in man, unfortunately, or human, should I say. Politically correct. Humans. Humans cause big problems for elephants. Humans, yes, I did. Oh, that way. Yes, yes. Angela and Paul, welcome to you. Andrea, sorry, Andrea. And Paul. Welcome on board the Gunda. And wanting to know about the primates that we have here on Juma Game Reserve. I was hoping maybe we'd actually see some, but we are going to head back that way. We're going to make our way towards Sandy Patch again. Maybe have a drive down towards Impala Plains. See if we have any luck. We're wanting to know about primates. What primates do we have in the area? Baboons and vervet monkeys are our big primates. Baboons being the largest, apart from us humans, of course. Baboons being the largest. Vervet monkeys, slightly smaller. Vervet monkeys have this beautiful long tail. They're silver in colour, black face. Spend a lot more time in the trees foraging for food than the baboons do. Baboons tend to be a terrestrial monkey. Their tail's quite short, so it flops over. They've got quite a long nose, quite a long muzzle. They spend the night in trees but then forage on the ground during the day. They will climb trees and eat fruits and things like that, but they will spend a lot of time on the ground. Then we have the little bush babies. The lesser bush baby, thick-tailed, possibly in the drainage lines. I think there's been one seen here. But this little bush baby is a tiny little primate, about this big. We had a beautiful sighting of one last night, actually. Some beautiful pictures, great screenshots. But it was actually playing ball, which was very nice. The bush babies. The Samango monkey is another type of monkey here in South Africa, but we don't really have it here. Apparently there is a pocket or two in Kruger, east of us, where they can occur, but otherwise, it's like saying, go down Atelier Road. But yeah, the Samango monkey generally lives where there's the forest areas, so around Neisner, places like that. Tommy. Good afternoon to you over there in Alabama. Welcome. And actually a question for Mark. What was the date where the elephant came to touch you and the Gunda? Or the month and the year?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Oh, okay.
Really
The
don't
year?
know. I couldn't tell you if it was last year or the year. I have no idea. No.
Because he's trying to find it in the archives.
The elephant never touched me. Hello.
So the elephant didn't touch you, but it touched it touched the Gunda though, didn't it? Did it touch the Gunda?
Oh, maybe at least touched the Gunda.
my watch. I've got the time on my watch. Hello, the hitchhiker. Whatever that was. Sorry, Tommy. Maybe somebody else will be able to help you out. Sorry, who was that from? Missy and Jade. Hello, Missy and Jade. Wanting to know about the elephant teeth. I didn't have a question from Missy and Jade earlier. Sure I didn't. Maybe I did and I just forgot. Oh, Missy. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, hello. The vulture in the tree. With the drongo sitting next to it, it almost looked like having a conversation. Shame. White-backed vulture, not too far from the nest actually. A stone's throw for it. We're just on Battalier Road. We're actually going to head down into the drainage line into Spaghetti Junction, and from there we're actually going to take the Vulture's Nest Road, I think. Or maybe we could take Gary Cut Line or Vubu, just see if the yellow's popped out. We go towards where Induna was, and then we'll maybe head down towards Impala Plains. The other adult is sitting in the other tree over that side. Maybe they're coming back here to roost tonight. But yes, how many teeth do elephant have? Well, the two incisors, they're the tusks, and then in the mouth it gets a little bit complicated. But they have 4 working teeth at any one time. 1 each side, 1 in the bottom jaw each side, so that's 4 in total. But their teeth don't grow like our teeth. The teeth grow from the back to the front, almost like a conveyor belt. So instead of like ours grow from the bottom up, theirs go from the back and come to the front. So they have 6 sets of teeth throughout their life. The front part disintegrates as it gets used. So as the teeth move forward, they start to crumble and they'll fall out. So the actual teeth that are being used sort of sit here on the jaw, and then the front ones would be, say, falling out. And then you have the larger, newer ones coming through from the back. They won't be in use until they're sitting actually in the jaw properly. Nice and complicated. Hi, Roy. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, it's moved. It was talking away and it was actually displaying. Oh, there he goes. Birchel's Kukul. Making the call Beautiful little bird. But hi Roy, good to hear from you. Wanting to know if I ever been on the other properties, and if so, what do I think of them? Well, of course, Jimmer is the best. But I have been on a couple of the properties. When we get invited over to go and visit, we do go and see them, but that's in a private capacity rather than a professional capacity. We're not allowed to go onto other people's properties to go driving around. Not even just to go for a drive. We're not allowed to do that. But yeah, as I say, if we'll occasionally go on a staff drive, I still want to go to a couple of other places to go and have a look. But yeah, very nice properties too. As I say, I've only seen parts of them. I haven't spent too much time in them. This is going to be a bit awkward. But there's the other vulture that I was seeing from back there actually. Probably the mate. Hello. Shame, look quite menacing when they're sitting like that. And they're actually very clean birds. I think we do have a number of viewers, new viewers. This is a white-backed vulture, the larger vultures that we get here. But a lot of people associate them with being dirty because they do eat carrion. But they're actually very clean birds, and they'll readily go into the water to clean. And it's actually very rare you see them full of blood and things like that. I mean, they seem to wash themselves off fairly quickly. Cool. Okay. I do want to hit Gary, either Gary Cutline or Mvubu Road, one of the two, before dark. And then, as I say, we're going to head back towards Sandy Patch. We'll head down towards Impala Plains and maybe swing by the hyena den. I think that is the plan for this afternoon, the rest of the afternoon. So Induna apparently did move. He went to Tamborti Dam, so we'll see if we can still have a visual on him. So at least we did manage to see him earlier. Slalom, avoiding the dung, just in case anybody has made homes in it. Not every dung beetle will roll balls. Some dung beetles will only dig just below the dung pile and fill that with dung to eat. Some will actually just lay the eggs actually in the dung pile. And some will steal the balls from others. Let them do all the hard work and then they take all the credit. Quite rude. So depending on the species. Which one? Why is that a bed? I hear a tail. No, I see a tail swishing. Oh, it's the buffalo. Buffalo soldier. Thanks, Penny. The Amur Falcon. That's kind of from Europe. Actually, I should have said Europe and Asia. Oh, the Amur Falcon from Canada. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, let's say the Asian. There are some birds from the Asian continent as well as Europe. So the Amur Falcon. Thanks, Penny. And the wheat ear from Danny. Thanks, Danny. So that's a couple of birds that migrate to Africa. I didn't know that. The inland birds, that is. Amur Falcon. $114. Bye bye, boys. I'll have a look on that one. I'm not sure which species of wheatear. Migrant. We'll definitely have a little bit more research into that. Thank you very much. Sorry, Seb, I was miles away. What? What was the question? Yeah, sorry, I wasn't listening. Uh-huh. Oh, bears, that was it. And who was that from? Miss Dolly. Hi, Miss Dolly. Is there any kind of bears in Africa? Unfortunately, Africa is the only continent not to have bears. So, unfortunately not, let's say, the only continent. I suppose Antarctica is also a continent, isn't it? That doesn't have bears. Bears are up in the Arctic. But yeah, no bears in Africa. I've got a question for you guys. Does anybody know what type of bear Baloo was? Quite funny because he doesn't look anything like the bear that he's supposed to be, but see who comes back with the right answer. What type of bear is the bear Baloo the bear in the Jungle Book? Actually missed seeing 2 sun bears in Sumatra. I was very gutted about that. Really wanted to see the sun bears. But I missed them. Yeah, Francine. I can't. Hi, Francie in Oregon. Good to hear from you, Fran. Wanting to know about the elephant tusk that was broken the other day and how much force would it have taken to break it, and will it grow back again? It would have taken quite a lot of force. Might have snapped it off when he was doing something, pushing over a tree or digging or whatever. He would have had to have put a lot of force behind it though. Could have been when he was fighting. Maybe he got into quite a big fight. Who knows? But would it grow back? No, not from that point. Just like us losing a tooth, it's exactly the same thing. Here's one of their teeth, just on a much larger scale. It will carry on growing from the root, but not from the tip. Shame. We might just there any station with the Ingwe Tamboti Dam? Nope.
Clarify.
Standing by.
Been down anything further.
Sorry, to confirm you've been down.
I've been down for a big one. Is there anything else you picked up?
I have not heard anything, Lutu.
Okay, what was your last message?
I just wanted to find out if anybody was with Induna. Yeah, I'm gonna swing by, see if Induna's still around, and then head down towards the MBC Kaya via Sandy Patch. Oh. Sorry, nothing came over. It was breaking up quite badly. Actually, we might not have time. We might have to just go straight to the hyena den. Because I think that road, we're actually breaking up quite badly, even on that first bit, so it might not be such a bright idea. I was hoping to go back there and have a look. Maybe Impala Plains. Well, we might have to do Zoe's Road. Zoe's Road might be... looking in the right tree? No, I'm not looking in the right tree. Nope, it's not a brown bear. Yep, you gave the sloth bear. Linda! Jojo! Is there actually anything still dangling in the tree? Wait a minute. Diane. Standing by. Josie. Much better. Yeah, I copied that earlier. I was hoping he might have made his way back this side, but it doesn't look like it. Still in BC here though.
Even if you focus the beam, because I unfocused it last night and oh, it's so yellow.
How do you actually adjust it?
Twist it,
Oh,
turn.
oh, whoops.
I'm walking a transport on there, is it?
Channel 2, Seb. You see it through there?
Yeah,
I'm trying.
I'm
trying. I just need.
Okay.
Yes, Seb. Yes.
You're on channel 2, Seb. But yeah. On channel 2. You're telling the Game Drive channel, dude. You've definitely been away too long. Four. Okay. Oh, we're not getting a great view of her there. Unfortunately, I can't get any closer. But let's keep rolling down towards Tamborti Dam. Maybe we'll pick up Induna. As I say, we'll maybe head down either Gallego or Albury's. Albury's might be an idea. Maybe let's try Albury's. So maybe Sandy Patch is a good idea. I don't know. I don't know. But yes, he was a sloth bear from India. Huge long claws. I think they're actually one of the termite eaters, if I remember rightly. He was lying up somewhere over yonder. I was hoping he might have just come back down this side. At least we managed to see him up the tree. Better than what we saw of him this morning. No, 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 don't come here. To know about vultures, if they find prey by sight, carrion by sight or smell. Our vultures rely on sight. They watch for the behaviour of other vultures and other birds, as well as animals, as well as looking for the carcasses on the wing. I used to know all the bears. Now we've got the sun bear over in Indonesia and down in the Southeast Asia. There's a sloth bear over in India. I think there's 8 species actually. There's the brown bears, the black bears, both in America, the polar bear, and the spectacle bear. Spectacle bears from South America. In fact, not Winnie the Pooh. Paddington bear was supposed to be a spectacle bear. Amazing bears actually. Highly intelligent, just like all the bears. Very, very strong as well, my word. Incredibly strong. Who am I missing? I'm missing someone. I'm sure there were 8 species. Diane and Dee, good afternoon to you. Wanting to know about the termite mound where the buffaloes were. Is that an active one or not? I don't think it was. I think there was big holes in it. If there was big holes in it, then it wasn't. But if there was no holes in it, it possibly could have been. But I'm sure I saw. Sure, I've not been that observant today. That's quite worrying. Usually I'm a little bit more observant about things like that. Just never mind. So yes, if you saw big holes, I know I do need to concentrate. If you saw big holes, then no, it wasn't. Sure, this is looking beautiful here now, nice and lush. Okay. Dave. There's a few Daves. Aha. Dave Carlson. Hello. Good afternoon to you as well. Dave wanting to know about the dung beetles. Do they go for herbivore dung or carrion dung? Carrion dung. Oh, word. Carnivore dung. There we go. Taking Albury's Road now, just to see. Yes, wanting to know about dung beetles and what they eat. The dung beetles, as I say, they tend to go for herbivore dung, usually the high in gut fermenter dung. There's a lot of nutrients wasted there. Well, not wasted, somebody does use them. But the rhino, the elephant especially, zebra, buffalo as well actually, although buffalo are a foregut fermenter, four-chambered stomach animal. But they do go for buffalo dung as well. Omnivore dung for a couple of species. And we were just discussing actually, it's not really the dung beetles that go for carnivore dung, but there is carrion beetles that also go for carrion as well as probably carnivore dung. Probably has a lot to do with the bacteria in the carnivore dung. It's very different to that of the herbivores. And for those of you who weren't on drive this morning, I did remember the name of the ant that was evading me the other night. It was actually yesterday while on drive with Mark. I had a eureka moment. Slender ants, highly aggressive, living in different acacia trees. Doesn't have to be the camel thorn, although the camel thorn is the one they're most associated with. But they actually inject a protein into the thorn, and the thorn actually swells up, known as an ant gall. And it was that I was trying to think of the other night. The tree actually gets protection from these ants when there's animals that are browsing on it. But the ants get somewhere to live. They are little predators in their own right. Sure, now there's a question. Hi Isaac Roy. Quite an interesting question there. If ever I get married. Oh sorry, I've got to say Roy Groover. I've got to say Roy Groover, because there's another Roy. Sorry Roy. If ever I get married, where would I have the wedding? I have no idea. I think you need a boyfriend to actually start contemplating marriage. I doubt anybody would have me. Oh no. Feel sorry for me. No, don't feel sorry for me. No, I don't know, Roy. I don't know. It's not something I've really thought about, to be honest. That would be funny, see me with kids. Yeah, grizzly is a type of brown bear. A few people asking if I mentioned the grizzly. Yeah, the grizzly, there's a few subspecies of brown bear. The grizzly the Kodak, European. So there is a few subspecies of brown bear. Asian. Oh, have I? Someone took pity. My word. Getting a marriage proposal. Thanks, Roy. Appreciate the offer. Okay, we're just going to have a quick look around just to see if those cubs are going to come out and play. I'm wearing the socks, guys. You got to. Say it doesn't always work. Probably 9 times out of 10. There's some days I think, oh, I should have told you I was wearing the socks. You'd never believe me. But they have been working magic. I was actually wearing them the day we had the cubs with Grandad. So I don't wear them too often because otherwise they run out of magic. And then we'll head down towards the hyena den. I might just take Impala Road. I know we're probably going to get a couple of signal breakups, but it might just be worth, just in case. Cubbies, where did you go? I think I've missed the Asian black bear. I think that's the one that I'm missing. Did anyone say Asian? I think that is the one. I think that is the one that I'm missing. So if anyone said Asian. Panda! It's the panda! Of course it is. Asian. Panda. Of course. How many people are sitting at home going, oh yeah, of course. The panda. My word. I think it is also known as the Asian, isn't it? How could I forget that one? How? Poor panda. Quite interesting though, pandas, well all bears, have five claws, 5 digits, whereas the cats have the 4 that register and then the dew claws. The one, who was it? Somebody wanted to know about retractable claws. Was that Jojo? Have I gone black screen yet? Oh, okay, cool. So Jojo, Jojo asking about retractable claws. Oh, Impala. Was that all cats or was that all lions? All felines. Yes, all felines do have claws that are able to retract, apart from the cheetah. All the others have protractile claws. One thing I didn't know, I was watching a documentary about the leopards this afternoon. One thing I didn't know was that leopards are able to lock their wrists, so when they climb the trees, they have a very strong grip, whereas lions aren't able to do that. And that could be one of the reasons why lions don't climb trees as often as what maybe they would if they had this joint or able to lock their wrist. So I didn't know that, but it does make sense. Little margay over in South America can do that. Little margay, they are incredible acrobats actually. About the same size as a domestic cat. They're also able to lock their wrists, and they're able to go head first down a tree trunk, and not many cats can do that. It's because of that special ability. Beautiful cats, big beautiful amber eyes. Oh, they're stunning cats. Margay. M-A-R-G-A-Y. Are you still with us? I'm hoping. Awesome. Good. Where did the giraffes go? Sorry, hold on a while for what? Sure. Thanks, Rosie. And Dave. But that's going to get Dave into trouble. Panda is a bear. Of course it's a bear. What's Greg saying it is? The red panda isn't. The red panda's not a bear. The red panda is in a genus on its own. In fact, I think it's in a family on its own. Or is my head? Can someone just check for me? There is an Asian bear. Long since I thought about bears. Bye. Just want to Google it. Unless they've reclassified pandas, I've known them to be bears. They will eat meat, blah 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 blah, blah blah. They will eat meat as well as bamboo. The ursinas. I want to say Ursa Major. Ursas are the genus. Ooh, I spy with my little eye something beginning with Z. whoa, you're breaking up, I'm hearing... Yeah. Yeah, I copy you. Not sound like Darth Vader anymore. What's the biggest hog? Hi Mika, good afternoon to you over there in the Netherlands, hope you're well. And welcome on board the Gunda this afternoon. I'm not too sure what you're asking about the hawk, unless you mean hawks. I'm not sure. But also wanting to know what age do lions give birth, or the first time they're able to give birth. Every individual will be different, but it is possible for a lioness to fall pregnant maybe about 2.5, 3 years old. But if you can just let us know what you're asking about the second thing. I'm not sure if you're asking about hawks or something else. Spiderweb on the nose. That'd be nice to see a jackal now, or a white-tailed mongoose. We're actually heading towards the den, see if Teddy's home. Sorry? So it's the Asian black bear. It is the Asian black bear. So I think actually maybe, that's from Heather. Thanks Heather. So there is. So maybe Greg is right. Maybe Greg is right with the panda. Because I'm sure there's just 8 species. Oh, is it? So Greg is saying he was wrong. Pandas are bears. So maybe it's 9 species then. Sure, it's amazing if you don't use it, you lose it, eh? Sorry, Seb. Is that from Brooke? Oh, Rookie. Which station was at the NBC car? Oh, okay. Ah, okay. Rose in Texas. Is that how fast? How fast? How far? I don't understand. How far can a bear run into the woods? Probably very far. If it's fast, I think they reach about 45 k's. Oh, okay. I thought it was a typo. Yeah, you got me. You got me. Bear goes halfway to the woods because otherwise, if he goes any further, then he's coming out of the woods. Okay. Anyway, African animals. How do we get onto bears again? Oh, somebody's asking about bears. No, someone was asking about bears. I remember there was actually a question. Is there bears? Okay, let's go and see if Teddy's around. Teddy! Teddy! Yeah. Hi Sue, New Jersey. Hello to you. I'm wanting to know if there's been an animal apart from the ostrich that's made me go stop and go. What on earth are you doing here? I think we get pretty excited about the cheetah coming through and the wild dog. I'm just trying to think actually. I'm sure there is something. There's something there. Teddy's sleeping. Okay, well let's head back towards quarantine and see if there's anything happening around there. I'm gonna have another eureka moment, I'm sure of it, when I'm sleeping tonight. I think it's more the birds than anything. I think there was a lappet-faced vulture that came through. I can't remember if I was directing or not. I got pretty excited about that. Jojo! Jojo, you should know the answer to that one. Do we have flightless birds here? The ostrich! The ostrich is a flightless bird. But any other flightless birds, no. Cassowary, the emu being the second largest after the ostrich, cassowary third largest in Australia, the rhea in South America, that's the fourth largest, kiwis over in New Zealand, the kakapo, which I'd love to see actually, the owl parrot. Incredibly rare, actually. Incredibly rare. If I remember rightly, that's flightless. Penguins. We do have penguins. Huh?
There's a rail.
Is there a rail?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. Apparently there's a rail. Which one?
Flightless rail.
Oh, oh, it's actually called the flightless.
Something island flightless rail.
Okay. Yeah, the penguins we don't have. They're on the coast. John, I'm still looking for a penguin for you. One of these days. Brown hyena, but I didn't see that one here. That was Peter. Peter saw the brown hyena, but they definitely got excited about that. That's not supposed to... Ooh, I saw somebody take off. And a porcupine. I've seen a porcupine, but not on camera. But I did see it when I was going to the gate one night. Got very excited about that. Eating a lot of spider web. Sorry, blowing everybody's ears out, I'm sure. I'm actually eating spider web, trying to blow it out my mouth. Aha, Mike, coming back to us with what you were asking. I think asking about predators. What's the biggest enemies in Africa? I think you're asking about predators or carnivores or meat eaters. Humans would be the biggest predator. But if you're talking about the rest of the animal kingdom, lions would be the largest here in Africa. Big cats. Weighing in, well, the male's about 220 kilos, 260. Females maybe about 160, 180. On average, there are quite a lot of variations on that. I know one individual lion, he broke the scales at 300 kilos. That was a big male. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say goodbye. Gonna have to say goodbye. Okay. Holly, wanting to know what the deadliest insect is. I'd say the mosquito, because it carries malaria. The deadliest insect. And on that note, I'm gonna have to say goodbye. Actually, someone was asking about smell. Vultures smelling carcasses out. The kiwi is supposed to have one of the best sense of smells. The flightless kiwi. Ooh! Are you able to get that little mammal sitting on the bush? We're a little bit of a distance away, but that would be very nice to have it. And I think there's another one sitting behind it. Can you see it nicely?
Yeah. It's not very bright.
I think there's
You can try and focus that light a bit more.
I think there is another one. There's two. There's
It's
certainly
the light in the middle.
some eyes at the back.
Over way.
That's as good as it's going to get, I think. So a quick one. Anyone can come back with what animal that is before we say goodbye. I would like to try and get a bit closer if we can, but I'm just worried if we do, it might just disappear.
No, but it's a nice view now, but if you get closer it'll be better.
Yeah. Well, let me just see.
So,
I'll just turn on the vehicle and just see if it will move. Okay. It's not gone far though. This will be the one further back there. Yeah. Yep. The Janet. It was a Janet. Oh, that's a shame. Uh-huh. But I am going to have to say goodbye. Ah, but which kind of Janet? Large spotted Janet. Thanks, Rosie. Bonnie, Roy, Diane, Julie. Awesome. And it has gone, unfortunately. Oh well. But thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. We did have, at least we had Induna, and we had this little Janet now as well, and a couple of other nice things along the way. The dung beetle, I'm sure everybody would have enjoyed that. But thank you very much for all the IDs. We'll see how we're doing. I'll put them up on Facebook again. The more I think about it, you know what, the more I think the panda isn't a bear. I think, Greg, you were right, but I will do a little bit more So it's a distant dark memory, and I think, because I'm sure there was 8 species, and I think the panda is not one of them. But I shall definitely check that one out, let everybody know. But thank you very much, everybody, and thank you for all your questions. It was wonderful to hear from you all this afternoon. And I'm not too sure who is driving tomorrow.
Seb, I think.
Is it Seb? Are you driving tomorrow, Seb? So I think Seb's driving. But yes, we'll be heading out at 5:30 Central Africa time, and hopefully we'll be able to catch up with some leopards or elephants or some big animals for you. Keep your fingers crossed. But certainly nice to see, wild dogs, yeah, I'm getting wild dogs in my ear. Here's hoping, hey, who knows, anything is possible here in the African bush, and that is the beauty of these live drives. So take care, everybody, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.
Good evening, everyone. Seb here in Final Control. Well, I certainly hope you enjoyed the drive with Tara this afternoon, and I hope you'll join us again tomorrow morning, 5:30 Central African time. And yes, I'll be on drive tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon as well. And I'm actually really looking forward to go out there. An entire week in Johannesburg is nice, but I've been missing the bush quite a lot, so I'm really looking forward to go out tomorrow morning, and I hope lots of you will join me and send me some questions and have a bit of a laugh with me tomorrow. And yeah, so please, 5:30 Central African time. And for now, for myself and everyone here at Juma Game Reserve, wish you a good evening, good day, depending on where you are in the world, and we'll speak to you later. Bye for now.